Hey Transparency crew, it's Yuri here. I'm so happy that you decided to join in and listen to my video. Thank you to everybody who subscribed, who liked, who commented.
So, we just discussed chapter 1, and now we're going to talk about chapter 2.
So, chapter 2, it says trying to find the answers. Now, this is pretty much about my dad. You know, I talk about how my parents got married, and one time when I was in elementary school, my father had came to pick me up, and it was so weird because I never got to see my dad. Like, I think I've only seen him maybe, feels like 5 times out of my life, my entire life, 5 times. My mom is so funny because she was like, don't be broadcasting our information. I was like, I know, Mom, I got you, I got it. Okay, you know, I went over to spend time with my father. I had asked him, why didn't you and my mother work out? And he said the most craziest thing that I was not expecting. He was like,
well, she drove me into insanity.
And I was just like, what? I'm like, what do you mean? Like, she drove you to insanity. And he was like, that's why I started smoking. And, you know, my dad was a smoker, and I didn't really care for it because I didn't want to smell that. Smoking is like, blah. I've never had a cigarette ever. I don't like the smell. Don't ever want to try it. Not bashing anybody who smokes. You smoke, that's you. So I was just like, what? Like, she drove you to insanity. And so, you know, when I got back home, I was trying to find the answer of really why my father wasn't in my life.
He said that my mom was too much to handle, but then she said that he didn't really want to come see me, so I was lost.
I'm like, well, what is the truth? Who's lying? Who's telling the truth? And that pretty much was the primary of the chapter. Me really trying to figure out, you know, did my father really not care about me? You know, obviously I had people in my life, you know, my cousin, she was telling me, she was like, you know, your dad really loved you. Like, he would have done anything for you. And I'm just like, okay. But then it's like the results that I got was like 0 to none. I'm like, well, where is he? I'm confused. And I actually wrote in my book, I said, I believe the main reason why I never got a chance to build a relationship with my father was that my mother and my grandmother didn't want me to. Later, my mother corrected me and said that she thought my father was going to turn me against her, and she didn't think his lifestyle would benefit me. So I decided to write in my book that I wish that I had been given the chance to grab my own perception of my father, because then I would have at least been able to see his actions and determine things for myself. Obviously, I'm young. You know, I may not be able to think like I think now, because my brain was not all the way developed, but I wish I would have had a chance to, like, okay, Dad, you know, I see how you do things, or if he really wants to come see me, he picked me up, then I'm like, okay, my dad does really care about me. But I just had no clue. I was really trying to find the answers to the reason of why my father was absent in my life. And my heart-breathing words, and if you're new to my channel, my heart-breathing words is basically my perception of the whole chapter and what I think. So I said, to my understanding, there are 3 reasons why a father is absent in a child's life. Father is afraid of fatherhood and the responsibility. 2, the mother or family doesn't want the child to spend time with their dad. 3, their father was absent, so they decided to be absent. So they basically repeated the same cycle. And it was just a mess. He would basically say, you're my baby girl, and, you know, he was so sweet and gentle, and that's, my father, I didn't really see any issues at the time. Now, my mother, she told me she had logs, like, I guess when she say logs, like pages and pages of when he tried to come see me, but she said his car would break down, he would have all these issues and excuses, and it would just result to not coming to see me. So that's what chapter 2 was about. Hopefully this all makes sense, because I feel like I was rambling. But thank you so much for listening. If you're being transparent at all, whether it's weight, a relationship, anything, just tag me on my Instagram. I will link it in the description box. I haven't mentioned in the last few videos, if you really want to buy a copy of my book, I will link in the description below. I can either sign one to you and send it to you, and you can pay me through PayPal or the Cash App or whatever system that you have, or you can buy my book on Amazon. Does not really matter to me, but yeah, just letting you know. So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, like this video, comment your thoughts, whatever it is. I really want to hear it. So thank you so much. Bye.